Okay, so this is the Java servlet for the Sleepy Hollow login. Right here, here's the code for the login. It shows the requesting the user and requesting the password that it gets once the employee enters their data. And this is all the driver manager connection statement results that, and this is the query saying select all from the login where username equals the user, the parameter, and the password. It's where it gets the request. And then the print writer, it outputs to the screen, and then RS, then next is the results set. Check and see if there's any more data. And then here it checks to see if the username equals from the data right here that it gets from the query and the password as well. Then if it's a username that's in the database and the password that's also in the database, it outputs to the screen yes and SSN. So get object one is the username, get object two is the password, get object three is the SSN from the employee. Then if that doesn't work, it outprints no. And then we could see that, or let's go to the next one actually. For info, it shows the employee name, some of the total transactions from the employee's table, and then it also gets the request SSN. Then it outputs, yep, the employee name, total transactions, some of it. And then for transactions, JSP, um, the request is the SSN, and then it also outputs the transaction ID, transaction date from the transaction table. According to the SSN, the employee. And yep, it outputs that date and also the amount for the transaction. And for transactions details, it requests the transaction ID, then it outputs the date right here, the amount, product name, the product price, the quantity. And then for awards ID, requests the SSN. It selects a distinct award ID from granted table for the employee, and then outputs the award ID. For granted details, it requests the SSN and also the award ID. Then the query is this, it outputs the award date, center name, the granted tables joining the award centers. And then also for the how it outputs the data, it separates the columns by commas and also the rows by hashtags. Then for transferring the tra through employees, they request the SSN1, SSN2, and the amount that it wants to transfer. And this uses the execute update or it inserts into transfer using the SSN1, 2, and transfer or amount. Then it outputs if the insert was successful. It checks the rows if it's greater than 0, and then it outputs transfer completed. If it wasn't, it outputs transfer failed. Then let's check the web pages to see if it actually works. So right here, this is the login. So we could let's check a different one. Let's check Mark L, and then that's for the user, and then the password, pass2. Yep, it worked. It says yes, separated by the semicolon or colon, and then the SSN for the employee. This is for info.jsp, and then we need an SSN, so let's put in 1111 or 22333. Then it outputs the employee name, Alice Johnson, and the total or the sum of the total transactions. 33 thousand. Then for transactions.jsp, again, SSN, let's do 111 or 22. Then yeah, I could just hit enter. Then these are all the transactions for an employee. Just the ID, transaction ID, the date, and the amount. And then it's separated by the hashtag for a row. Then for the next one, this one is for transactions details. It's .jsp, and we need the transaction ID. Then if I could put 7010, these are all the products or the um, transactions, all the items in the transaction. So it shows the date. The should be the total amount. This is the product. This is the product price and the quantity. And then these are also the items into the transaction as it shows the same date in the total transaction amount. Then the next one is awards.jsp. That's the send. You can put in 1, 2, 3. I can hit enter. These are all the awards IDs for the employee with the SSN that I inputted. This is granted details, so we need the award ID. We need to input the award ID and the SSN. So let me go from middle one. So right here, I'll enter in what I entered already. So award ID equals 500, SSN equals 11122333333. Then it shows the date the award has been given and the center name. Then also the another time it has happened or has been granted to the employee. This is for transfer. So SSN, we could put in one for transferring an amount to another employee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll change this to 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Then amount, I'll put in 1. Then hit enter. Transfer completed. Shows that it worked. Then also, um, let's see if I put in something incorrect. Okay, it shows that it's incorrect though. But for the login, I didn't show something that's incorrect. I'll put in for password, just put in pass, shows that it didn't work. And that is for the web page. And I'll go to the Android to show the code. This is for the main activity. It shows the on click for the button. So these are all the user interfaces, edit text, activity main button. So when it clicks the button, shows the method right here on click, and then it's requesting the URL to try to log in. So through the edit text, it is the inputted values for the username, and then edit text 2 is for the password. Then it tries to get to the web page through that. And then this is the on response. So this is all the data that we get back from the web page back to the Android. So we have to parse it, trim it, and then check to see if the username and password work. So if the result contains yes, that means it worked. Then we split this colon to get the SSN. And then we use intent to put that SSN to the next main activity. So main activity 2. Then if that doesn't work, toast, it outputs to the Android screen incorrect username or password. Then activity 2, it shows the text view. You see right here, all this stuff. Welcome back. Employee name, the image, the total transactions, then all the buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, we request the info to put to the screen with the employee name through using the SSN. And also the image right here using SSN. This will also go down to the button. This is the first button. So this is transactions. So once you click it, it puts you to the next main activity 3, then also puts the transactions to store to use to for that transactions part. And then the button right here is for main activity 4, which is transactions details. We need the SSN for that, so we put that for the extra intent. This one is for the awards to show the awards from the employee. We also need the SSN for that, so we put that there. This one is for the transferring. We also need the SSN for that. Put that there. And this is exiting the clicking the exit button. This goes back to the first main activity. So this is the main activity 3 for the transactions. We get the intent, which is the transactions that we got earlier. We parse it or trim it to output all the transactions from employee. Then main activity 4 is transaction details. So we have the SSN. We request the transactions.jsp. Then we try to get the information, all the transaction IDs, put that out or output it. Then we try to request the transaction details using the transaction ID that we got from the transactions.jsp using the SSN. And then we output all the transaction details. And for main activity 5, this is awards. So we got the SSN from earlier. Then we question award IDs. That's what we needed for the granted details to show all the awards that the employee has and the center names and the dates and all that stuff. Then main activity 6 shows this is for transfer, so we need the SSN. So it shows the we're transferring from this SSN to the next SSN, which is the edit text, and the amount, which is the edit text for. So this is all inputted values from the Android side. And then we request it or try to request it. Then on response, we try to get the data back to see if the transfer was completed. And if it is completed, toast.make text transfer executed successfully. So let's see if this works on the Android side. So username, password, put an Alice password 1, and then boom. Welcome back, Alice Johnson, with the employee image and the sum of the total transactions, 33,000. Then these are all the buttons, transactions, transaction details, award details, transfer exit. I'm gonna show the other Flow employees that have their images on here. Let me see. Let's go this. Yes. So this is the incorrect username and password as it shows on the bottom. So I'll put the correct one. Yep. Welcome back. Mark leave the image, employee image right here. So also as well, click and exit goes back to the login page. So this is then Nina Patel, employee image, amount. Mm, Correct password. There's a space right here. Still incorrect. Okay, it might be a problem. Let me see. Let me double check to see if the login is still working. Okay, so it's not working, so let me shut this down real quick. Then let me shut the server down as well. Shut down. See. Sometimes it does this. Just run it back up again. David L. Boom, it works. Welcome back, David. Leave the employee image. Exit. Do this. And this is the last employee. Employee number 5. And change. Make. Boom. So this is the last employee. And then I'll log back into Alice to show all the info right here. So if I click transactions, it'll show all the transactions. So the transaction ID, the date, and the amount. Then for transaction details, it says select transaction. So this is the spinner. You click the drop down. This is all the transaction IDs. And then this is all the information, the date and the total amount. This one is the product name, price, quantity. Then if I click around, it shows new information. Keep clicking. Boom. And then award details. This is select award. This is the award ID 500, award date, award center that was given. Click this. It's a new award. Then boom. And this is for transferring. So SSN. I could put in 1, 2, 3, or let's do, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The amount, I'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then execute transfer, and then transfer successfully. Then we could also double check in the database to see if it worked. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's refreshing. Transfer. Okay, it's right here. So this is the SSN that Alice has, and this is the destination, today's date, and amount. And that is everything.